What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Alan in Wonderland. Now, if my calculations are correct, this should put us at about the halfway point of this book. This is a 24 chapter story, as are every installment of the Alan in Wonderland series traditionally. And I believe that this episode will see us through the end of chapter 12 and put us at the beginning of chapter 13 in the next one. So, without further ado, chapter 10, A Night's Journey. Standing around the table, I realized someone was missing. "Where's Chesh?" I asked. Hatter replied, "We sent him ahead to tell the White Queen of our coming. He'll meet us there." Gum added, "It's a long, dangerous trip, lads. We should ready ourselves." Dee finished his twin sentence. "For the unknown." Just then, the March Hare reached under the table, pulled up a pot, and placed it on his head. Raising a soup ladle above it, he yelled with a hysterical giggle, "We are the Knights of the White Rose." Dee and Dum then produced shillelaghs and raised them to meet the ladle, cheering in unison, "Hear, hear." With a smile, Hatter held up a huge staff and said, "Time is short, we must go." As we gathered ourselves for our voyage, I questioned Hatter. "Where are my armor and weapon?" Hatter calmly said, "They're in a special place. The White Queen waits to present them to you." Saying nothing more, I looked for ways to help the group. I noticed a map laid out on a small stump, and I went to pick it up. I looked at it carefully, studying the path we were about to take. First, we were to go through the Pool of Tears at the end of the forest. That would take us to the base of a mountain where something called the Looking Glass waited at the top. Once we passed through it, we'd be at the Chessboard Desert, where the White Queen's castle waited on the other side. Hatter's voice brought me away from the map. "We're ready, Alan." Seconds later, he and the rest of us were marching through the forest toward the Pool of Tears. Chapter 11. Into the Pool. We marched for what seemed like days, but we finally reached the tree line where the forest ended. We exited the forest and came across a stream, which we followed until we came to a deep pool, which we all recognized as the Pool of Tears. As we stood in awe of the pool, I recalled the cliff note from Alice's journals. She stated that the pool was deadly, in the sense that if one got lost in the currents, they would drown and never be seen again. This fact made me hesitant in entering the pool, but the rest of my party seemed to know the consequences and showed very little concern. "Be ready and stick together," Hatter said as we got ready to dive in. We all held hands as we inched into the cold but blue water. Before I could tell the group I couldn't swim, we were underwater, our pathway clear in the crystal clear water. Chapter 12. Shipwrecked. I must have gotten caught in the pool's currents because I blacked out. When my senses came back, I felt the hot sun and heard voices all around me. After a few moments of lying there, I felt a sharp pain in my side. I was being poked with a stick. "Is he dead?" a shrill voice asked. "Of course not, he's breathing," a rugged voice replied. Another, more snide voice asked, "Are you sure that's him?" A smooth, calming voice answered, "It has to be. Who else would travel with books like that?" The rugged voice scolded, "Alice's books, you fool." By now I had fully come to. I opened my eyes to find myself on a beach surrounded by birds. Startled, I jumped up and tried to make space between me and these feathered creatures. I picked up a rock and threatened, "Don't come any closer." The rugged-voiced bird replied with a chuckle, "Whoa, easy there, lad. We've been sent to find you." In a very confused tone I asked, "Find me? Who are you?" The bird responded, "My name is Captain Dodo, and this is me crew." A flamingo with a smooth voice cut in, "We've been looking for you all day." A seagull with a shrill voice finished, "Your friends sent us to find you." The snide-voiced rat continued, "You know, the tall fellow in the top hat, the two green brothers, and the crazy hair." I interrupted, "Where are they? Take me to them." The rat snapped, "That was the plan." Captain Dodo was quick to silence him. "Silence you. Show him some respect." He then turned his attention to me. "They're at our camp, Alan. We'd be happy to bring you." I stopped him. "How do you know my name?" The flamingo answered, "All of Wonderland does. You are the kin of Alice." Captain Dodo continued, "Hatter told us everything. They're waiting, lad." With that, I agreed to go with them. Before long, we came to the birds' camp, where the group of travelers sat around a fire. "Praise Alice, you're alive," the March Hare squealed with a laugh. Hatter smiled. "Well, of course he is. You didn't think the pool could kill the savior of Wonderland, did you?" The hare got quiet as Dum spoke. "Now that we're reunited, we should get going." Dee finished his sentence. "It's a long way to the mountain." Captain Dodo cut them off. "Wait, you're not going to the Looking-Glass Mountain now, are ye? It'll be dark soon. Ye lads best wait till morning." I spoke up. "I agree. This is dangerous enough during the day, let alone at night." Hatter smiled and said, "Okay, Alan, we'll stay till morning." With the peace of mind that we wouldn't take another step in the dark, I collapsed on a log and joined the men in front of the fire. Hatter spoke, directed at Dee and Dum. "Boys, why don't you treat our feathered hosts to one of your stories?" Before they could answer, the March Hare squealed excitedly, "I'll get the tea." With smiles on their lips, the twins lit their pipes and stood to address the audience. So the story began. So that's going to end this episode, you guys. I know it's another short and sweet batch of chapters here, but that's going to allow us to move on to the next episode, next group of chapters, and we'll see you guys in the next video.